Claro que mi gente, estamos aquí en el podcast del momento con los verdaderos tigres que siempre están ahí mirarle la cara al CEO que está como quillado hoy. ¿Qué es lo que pasa? ¿No te sientes feliz hoy en este viernes?
Que no llegan temprano a este podcast.
Sí, hay un par de gente ahí que están voceando.
No, que están en nómina, están quitados, y llegan tarde.
Están en auro.
No.
Otro día, otro invitado especial. Vamos a estar hablando con Handi Yang, que le vamos a hacer una introducción ahora de quién es que representa para la gente que dice que no hay mujer en el cripto.
Ay.
Que no hay gente dura, que nada más los tigres ahí, raro, autista. Entonces, nada, bájale la pura a la gente de qué es lo que con Handi ahí.
Bien. So, este podcast va a ser en inglés también, ¿verdad? Y vamos a agregar subtítulos en español para la gente que no puede seguir la conversación o que no habla inglés, lo que sea. Bueno, Handi, so we're going to present you. Handi, she was working at a trading desk, and she's fresh out of college. Handi graduated from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology with a degree in computer science and business. After spending more than 2 years in crypto trading, she's now happily unemployed.
Made it.
She made it, what we say.
Shit.
So, Handi, what? Dale, Gregorio, tira ahí.
Good. So the first question I would like to give to you is how do you attain that success in Alameda? What kind of stuff were you doing in Alameda Research specifically?
So our general role is a trader. So basically, we work on the trading desk with multiple of other traders and developers, and also the operations team for a bunch of stuff. If we were to conclude in one sentence, it's just to make money with whatever we can do. But more specifically, I think we do some trading on centralized exchanges over the world, and do some arbitrage between it over across different exchanges or periods. That's like a high level conclusion of like trading, and otherwise we also do some like market making activities for different projects or exchanges. We sign some deals and to fulfill those kind of responsibilities, provide liquidity to like the whole market. Other than that, we also did a lot of activities in the DeFi space, like yield farming, or try to participate in those like yield generating activities. We also like look at a little bit into the venture investments and try to buy some cheap projects or invest in the promising ones. I think that's mostly what we do all day.
Okay, I see. Perfect. But we want to know more about you. You know, how did this happen? You were just in Hong Kong and you taking your classes, and suddenly, who did you meet? How did you get there? What happened?
Yeah. So, for the jobs I mentioned now, I think everyone try to do a part of it. So I also try to do part of it. But as for me, how do I get into it? I think it's like an accident. Like I didn't try to plan for it. It started from a summer internship. I just finished my junior year, or senior year, sort of in between, and started wondering which kind of path I would like, either some practical job or academia. So I try to find an internship in the like finance industry, and sort of like quantitative thing. So like that kind of matches my background in the university. So I wanted to like find it out. But yeah, I didn't know it was crypto or any kind of stuff before I started my first day on the desk.
Pregúntale que si ella estaba interesada en cripto antes de...
Okay, and did you know about crypto before you got into the job?
No, I knew nothing about it.
Ella dijo como que ella ni estaba aware de eso.
Wow.
El lado correcto de la historia.
Wow. You know, and people say it's good that we have a great example of someone, you know, specifically a woman that is in the space and trades at a high level, like Alameda Research, right? It's a huge step. What would you recommend, you know, to other guys that wanted to do the same thing, you know, let's say they want to study computer science or something, programming, things like that, what would be your suggestion to get into that stuff, in that finance world?
Oh, I see. I would like to say that my past experience is kind of an intersection of finance and then like Web3 stuff, like sort of technology stuff, and also some sort of investment stuff. So if for people who want to do specifically that tiny niche intersection of stuff, I would like to say that you probably just want to have a little bit background in a STEM subject. And then you can just pretty much pick up everything with practical experience. Just be brave and try anything you can in the industry. Now there are a lot of career opportunities in the space, especially crypto or Web3. I just encourage everyone to like try to take up a job and try out if they will like it or not.
Good. So there's something that actually I think some of the people that have been hearing this podcast, they'll be surprised about it because no one talks a lot about it, but that's like the end goal for most people. And I would like you to explain about your experience about what we normally call making it. I mean, getting into that end goal of having that financial freedom and have the security that you can do things that you probably just dreamed about in college. Is that something you had planned after you started working? Like, hey, I want to get to this level and then just, take time for myself? Or it just happened? You said, well, I think I'm good enough. I'm just going to live happily unemployed for a while and then decide what other new projects I'm going to do.
Estamos ahí. ¿Aló? Mira, a ver, ahorita le cerraste la llamada.
Yo no le he cerrado.
Se cayó.
Oh, shit.
Cuando tú tocas ese tema.
Ya, pues ahora tuvimos un problema con la llamada.
No, eso no es nada, eso se edita. Ahorita fue ella, le dio sin querer ahí.
Mala esa pregunta.
Hi, sorry, got disconnected for a bit.
No worries. Did you hear the question or shall I just do it again?
Yeah, sorry. May I listen to the question again?
Okay, yeah. So what I was asking is, most people are like trying to have this end goal. You happen to actually get there, and I would like you to explain your experience about how to actually, what we call making it, having that financial freedom, that security of making your own decisions, having the freedom to pursue the things you want. Is that something you had in plans when you started working out? Like, hey, I want to get to this level of financial security, and then I just want to take my time? Or it just happened? Like, you were working, stuff happened, you got to a certain level, and you said, hey, I think I'm good enough, and I'm just going to retire for a while.
Oh, I see. So in terms of my financial status, I don't think I'm like as good as people would expect. But my current decision wasn't to completely get as into a status as you will call like retirement. I think that's like too much for me for now. But also in the past like 2 to 3 years, I've been like both doing school and also a very challenging job. I really need some time to myself to think more about what I want to do in the future, and also like to maintain my like physical and mental health for a little bit, and that's my reason for taking a break off. But you after you said like how do I decide to make a decision between like job and retirement, I think it's a very personal thing. It depends on like how you can manage your life with your current amount of assets. I think currently there are a very popular concept called FIRE, which says like as long as you spend less than 4% of your current total amount of wealth, you can consider yourself fired, which is like in a status of retired. I think I would recommend to like change that percentage to about like 2 to 3%. But if you're in that level, I think you're like safely okay for to maintain your current living cost and go into retirement. But otherwise, you probably would to like prepare more about it.
Okay. So you will say you got like burned out and you decided to take that break and look, take a breather so you can decide what you're going to do next, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. And then do you actually have already some plans of what that next step will be, company-wise or just like project-related? I assume it will be related to crypto, of course, or is it something completely different, or you just haven't thought about it at all at this point?
Oh yeah. So currently, I have some potential options. So there are probably chance I start doing something with some Web3 projects, or like there's also chance I restarted doing some trading related stuff. And also I've been thinking about like coming back to school a little bit, doing a degree in like in a chilling program, so I could like get to know some friends, because I wasn't in US, but I plan to like stay in US for a bit, but I don't have much friends around there. So that's currently like the things I've been thinking about, but I haven't made a decision since I was still in like in my own non-compete, and I don't get to like make such decisions for now.
Good. Is there any other question you guys have? This is a more personal one, just to like start wrapping up, but because I have gotten this question outside of our ecosystem about this, I just want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel as a woman being in the space? Is there something that you feel is different for you or challenging, or that doesn't matter? You think you can perform at the same level as any other people, and that anyone has a chance as long as they follow some of the advices that you have, suggested, as taking your time off, as studying, getting into STEM, making things into finance, and in the reality of how things work out?
I see. So my take from my previous job is everyone actually has a different strengths. While doing this job is like pretty comprehensive. Anyone with different strengths can perform on a different role. Even when we talk about the trading desk, everyone actually have a different strength in trading desk. For example, my strength was to like I'm kind of like detail oriented. I I look a lot into like a risk stuff. I would like to manage our capital well enough. For example, some other people in our team, some of them are like better at like planning stuff, better at like model related stuff. So everyone got their specific area, and I would like to say that you don't actually know what you're good at in the beginning. So just try it and see what you're good at, and then try to excel in that part so you can become like a very important part of the team and try to do well, and also try to learn other part of it and try to be better. That's how I feel.
Good. No, I think that's a good explanation, and that demystifies a lot of people out there that they think you gotta be like a complete genius and just have that sort of mindset and knowledge to just get into the space. There's not a lot of people in special our country. Like everyone thinks you gotta be the next Sam, the next CC to get into crypto, I guess. So we're trying to make sure that that's being very well explained to make sure they understand. Everyone can get into it. There's series of steps and knowledge, of course. I mean, you gotta know crypto, but you don't need to be the next Sam, the next ZC to start. You can get there, I guess, but you need to start at something. Good. So, any other question? We can just like. So, thank you, Handi, for your time. I know it has been a difficult thing. I know we took a little bit more time than expected, but I appreciate your thoughts. And looking forward to maybe have you again in our podcast when you get that next project, that next new thing that you're trying to work on in the future.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Los tigres, suscríbanse al podcast, dejen el busto. Las mujeres que están viendo el episodio, miren ahí, ya van un par de mujeres.
Se
que
están buscando.
Siempre estoy viendo que no, que nada más hay un grupo de tigres, que un moro. Ahí lanzamos la foto del momento. Ustedes vieron a la chofia ahí.
Está puesta la chofia.
Que está puesta. Van 2 mujeres en el podcast, van a seguir viniendo más. Dejen el bulto, que no, que tú nada más sabes poner uñas, que esto. Pónganse
Las
la
mujeres se pueden
pila.
buscar, se pueden
Sí.
buscar.
Sí,
se
sí,
pueden
sí,
buscar.
Todo
sí.
el mundo puede.
Hay una oportunidad en trading para todo el mundo.
Sí.
Y más en trading alto nivel, como
Suscríbanse al canal, síganos en las redes, háganse su cuentica del momento. No lo quiero ver lloriqueando.
Y
no se
usen su
llevaron.
reflink, para que
Usen
se
su
ganen esa
reflink.
viruta.
Fuimos a un evento, conocimos un par de gente, refiriendo como 100 gente y no le dieron el reflink, no se están buscando. Bueno, ya
Ya.
se lo advertimos. Para la
Pero
próxima.